Hey, what's up everybody? Today's video is going to be a wrap-up video because it is the end of January. The first of the month has come to an end. So for this month I've only read 4 books, which at this point is not really too surprising for me to read that many books. So it's a good thing I've only made my goal to read 30 books. So here's what I read. So for this year I really wanted to start reading more adult books. If you haven't seen my reading goals video, that's one of my goals for this year. And I wanted to kind of get back into this author's, his books. And when it comes to a love story, I turn to him because I really like how he writes his love stories. So the first book that I have read is The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks. Got a little glare there. This book though, I forgot what I rated it. I think I rated it 3 out of 5 stars because it had its similarities to some of his other books that I have read. So, but it did have a good storyline, I thought. So it was pretty good. Just didn't really enjoy it that much because I did find it a little bit dragging and boring at some parts. So next book I read was for the Yearathon. If you have seen my video, my TBR video of that book, yes. I said I was going to read Gillian Flynn's two of her books, but instead I've only read one of her books, and that is Sharp Objects. She writes a lot of twisted stuff. I have to say, this book I was really, I don't want to say shocked, more like a little disturbing. I really like how the characters were driven in this book though. I just really like the characters. I don't really like the characters. It was just something that I've never read before and never heard of it before. So I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I really like Gillian Flynn's writing style. It is a little bit different than the one I've read in Gone Girl. So definitely highly recommend for you guys to read this. And I hope to read Dark Places, which is her other book, pretty soon. Next book I read, I did kind of miss that fantasy feel to it, so I did read another YA fantasy type book, and that is Snow Like Ashes by Sara Rusch. I've been anticipating this book last year, and because the cover is just so gorgeous, I really, I thought this cover at first kind of looked like a yin and a yang symbol, but until I read it was actually a chakram, it's a weapon. I'm like, ooh, kind of reminded me, the chakram kind of reminded me of Xena, the warrior princess. So I used to watch that show a lot. Really good. Anyway, this book I thought was really, really good. I gave it 4 to 5, I think. Really good introduction, really good world building, and kind of like if you guys like Throne Glass, I definitely recommend it. It's really good. Cannot wait for a second book. And last but not least, I read The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. This is the first book of the Murder Complex series. Really enjoyed this book, but I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because I thought, the romance could have been left out, I think, right away. I do like the characters, though, how they are individually. It did kind of have that legend type feel. If you guys know Legend by Marie Lu, I really enjoyed her books, but so I can't wait to read more of it though. I was really intrigued by it. Alright, that is all the books that I have read for this year. Hopefully I will be reading more for next month, and let me know how you guys did on your first month of the year. If you read more than me, which I'm sure you guys did. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye! So next up I read Snow Like Ashes. Jesus.